Hi Scorpio, and welcome to White Shadow Spiritual Advising. My name is BriaBogatin, and today we'll be doing your monthly January tarot forecast. You can check out your sun, moon, rising sign, or any placement within your birth chart. For the whole month of January, I'll be offering 2022 tarot forecast reading specials. You can find out information regarding that on my Instagram, or you can email me. My Instagram and email information is down below. Also, if you'd like to send me a tip or a donation to support my work, those links are also down below. Okay, Scorpio, so this is going to be a deeply spiritual and psychic month for you guys, okay? And when people get cards like this, I always like to say to them, sometimes your psychic senses, your intuitive senses, your intuitive insight, whatever you want to call it, is all of the evidence that you need to move away from a certain situation or a person or whatever it is it may be. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first three cards you are receiving. You are receiving the Chariot, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. Every single one of these cards talk about spiritual ascension and spiritual wisdom. Also, wisdom of self, which is the most important form of wisdom that we will ever accumulate or attain. Okay, so firstly, the Chariot. The Chariot is like blasting off into a completely different dimension. This is talking about astral travel. This talks about past lives. This talks about gifts, spiritual gifts and talents from past lives returning back to you during this time. The Chariot is a very auspicious energy. Again, it is one of spiritual ascension. This card can speak towards traveling. It is a promotion as a whole. It is a milestone event. This card can be saying that you've recently overcome something of a challenging nature, and now you are well on your way to the next phase, the next step of your life, or just what is to come next for you in general now that you have possibly wrapped up a lot of things for yourself. The High Priestess, this is hidden information. This is the curtain being pulled back. This is pay attention to your dreams, the signs and symbols from spirit, the omens. Pay attention to your psychic senses. This card tells you that whatever you're sensing, whatever you're foreseeing, you are accurate about it. So listen to yourself. Act on your psychic intuition. Okay, the High Priestess is one of healing as well. It tells you that information from your subconscious mind is trying to come into your conscious mind. When we receive the High Priestess, we automatically know that things are being illuminated for us, that truth is being brought to the surface, and to just be aware of the information that we are receiving in general. Be aware of the illusions, the deception that people may speak to us, or that they may act towards us in a certain way, but really they're nothing like that. The High Priestess is telling you that during this time, you will be able to see right through that bullshit. So make sure that you're acting on it and that you're doing something about it. Okay, so then you are receiving the Ace of Cups. This is, again, yet another card of spiritual, emotional talents returning back to you from a past life. This is being uplifted within a spiritual, emotional capacity and our talents within that area. The Ace of Cups is cup runneth over. It is learning how to fulfill ourselves, to satisfy ourselves. It is like being able to fill our own cup. This is one of miracles, blessings. This is one of beautiful energy that is meant to really, really heal us. This is pointing towards another subconscious energy. So, for some of you, maybe during this time, you are really working through healing traumas that you didn't remember that you had. Maybe certain people you're starting to realize aren't as good for you as you thought. Maybe you're starting to realize on a psychic level, like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have acted like that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And you are starting to see things in a greater metaphysical sense when it comes to stuff like that. So take it to the next level this month, Scorpio. This is not a time to just see things at face value. This is a time to step into them and allow the energy around a circumstance to truly speak to you, and in turn allow whatever conclusions you come to, allow your higher power to speak to you as well, to tell you and remind you the best ways to act, how to handle yourself, and what to really see these circumstances around you as. I would say that maybe up until this point, things have been skewed for you on some sort of level. Things have been cloaked for you on some sort of level. You guys being Scorpio, being the opposition of Taurus, And we had that lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, so it's going to hit Scorpios because that's their opposition very strongly. So I am feeling that around the eclipse is probably when a lot of these things maybe started happening, or you started to notice that things weren't looking right, you know, something was starting to look off, or maybe that's when whatever was starting to look off started to reveal itself. But this month, I would say, is the month that it wraps up. Something is done about it. You figure out what to do about it, or you get like a golden piece of information that really sparks some sort of change that you yourself will be enacting. Because the last card you're receiving is the Six of Swords, which is leaving and moving on. Literally and or metaphorically heading towards a new destination where you'll be a lot more loved, respected, fulfilled, happy in general, where you will be a lot more grounded. You will just be healthier in general. This is the first essence to breaking free from something, smoother sailing from here on out. And it has a lot to do with you guys taking the initiative to make that happen. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave that at that for you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful January.